And the Anchor Grill. Be listening for more exciting action of the Hutchinson Community College Blue Dragons on Eagle Radio. It's time for the Coaches Show as we take a look back at today's game from the viewpoint of the Blue Dragons head coach. The Coaches Show on Eagle Radio is brought to you by Cooper Tire. Our chat comes up after this timeout.
Great teams work together to win. That's what the team at Cooper Tire does every day to earn your business. Hi, this is Craig Cooper. At Cooper Tire, our friendly and knowledgeable staff work hard to make purchasing a new set of tires easy. Get the right tire at a price you can afford. Add Cooper Tire's award-winning service, including free rotations and guaranteed balance when you buy from us, and you get a winning combination.
Cooper Tire, customer driven mile after mile.
Cooper Tire, Hutchinson and Pratt.
Welcome back again. Drew Dallas joining us on the postgame show. Congratulations, Drew. Another great outing, 46-10 over a Dodge City team that had a pretty good defense coming into this ball game. They've had some close games with some highly ranked foes. They came in at number 11, but Hudson was able and ready for that challenge and took care of business today.
Our guys played well. Just defensively there in that second quarter was the big difference in the game. Just creating turnovers and giving us a short field, and then we were able to take advantage of it and go into halftime with a big lead. But proud. That was a good football team that we played. Very good defensively in a lot of areas. So pleased with our execution for the most part. But just kind of looking through the stats here, there's definitely some things we got to improve on over a bye week.
4 minutes and 4 seconds is all it took you to get those 23 points. It made it more comfortable at halftime. 4 minutes and 4 seconds is all it took.
Well, we didn't have the ball a ton. 23 minutes of possession time versus 36. So our defense was on the field quite a bit, but thought those guys did a really good job covering for the most part and stopping the run, and only allowing 59 yards rushing is pretty special again.
McConaughey with a couple picks. You also had Daniel Brown with 3 sacks, 7 total tackles as well. 3 of those unassisted, just continued to get it done. You had a 50-yard field goal from Seagraves. That is a school record. Think about that for a second, Coach, on how many years we played football, how many great kickers we've had, and he just moved up into the overall field goal career. He has the most with 20 now, and also it was not he that kicked the field goal.
Yeah.
It was Berger that got the 50-yarder. But then Seagraves came back and got a career long for him as well. So your 2 kickers are pretty solid.
Yeah, really. And they've been pushing each other to make each other better really the whole season. And Nestus has a really strong leg, and so kind of on that longer field goal attempt, you saw him get in there and make it, and probably hit that with some yards to spare. I think it was good to see for him getting that attempt, and then Cole kicking 2 or 3 on field goals there along a 46 into the wind. There, wasn't a big-time win, but there's enough on those long field goals to affect it. So I thought he kicked it really well, and we were able to get some points on the board. And obviously, we'd like to finish some of those drives down there closer to the red zone, but all in all, pleased with our effort.
Jake Parker, your starter today, kind of surprised us a little bit against Samari. Maybe got a little banged up last week, but your decision to go with Parker was a good one. He ended up being 11 out of 25 with 1 interception, 156 yards, and a TD.
Yeah, I thought he played pretty well. There's things he's got to continue to work on, but getting him some valuable reps in a big-time game, that's great to see, and really feel like either of those guys, whoever's out there, we can win ball games. And Jake proved us, right on that. He played extremely well in a lot of areas, and he'll continue to grow with the more reps he gets. But, again, he's another young quarterback that's redshirted last year and really just getting, some more meaningful reps as we go here.
It's going to be important down the stretch because people get banged up. It just happens, and some quarterbacks have bad days, and Jake getting the experience of the Ellsworth game and now against a ranked opponent in Dodge City is huge.
Yeah, without a doubt. He played well, like I said, and just the more reps he can get, the better off he's going to be, and his decision-making for the most part was pretty good. Obviously, you have to watch the film, but there's some things we've got to continue to work on in our pass game and help them all around.
Tyrell Reed Jr., 10 carries, 120 yards. He had 115 net, 4 touchdowns. His longest was a 71-yarder, average 11.5 yards per carry. What more can you say about a young man out of Topeka that went to Lawrence High School?
You see what he's capable of doing, especially there with that 71-yard rush there at the end. 10 carries isn't a ton of carries to work with, and I think when we look offensively, we really didn't have a ton of snaps on the offensive side of the ball, and he makes the most of those carries for sure. He's a pretty special player and just continues to get better each and every week.
Told me when we came out for pronunciation that day, T-Birds, what he was called, and I said why, because I can fly. And he showed it on that 71-yarder.
I know one thing. He's not a liar.
He's not.
He can fly.
Exactly. We're going to step aside and take a quick timeout, come back and talk about a bye week, and then talk about Garden City. That'll be our next opponent here at Gowan Stadium. Good crowd today. Appreciate you folks turning out. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more on Drew Dallas Coaches Show right after this.
Great teams work together to win. That's what the team at Cooper Tire does every day to earn your business. Hi, this is Craig Cooper. At Cooper Tire, our friendly and knowledgeable staff work hard to make purchasing a new set of tires easy. Get the right tire at a price you can afford. Add Cooper Tire's award-winning service, including free rotations and guaranteed balance when you buy from us, and you get a winning combination.
Cooper Tire, customer driven mile after mile.
Cooper Tire, Hutchinson and Pratt.
Coach, you look at that north end zone right now, a lot of family and folks down there waiting for players to come out, and that's kind of what it's all about. Started with the tailgate this morning, and then now you get a weekend off, and you guys have a chance to go recruiting a little bit, also look at some other players as well. By the way, I had a fourth quarter score, Garden City trailing 23-14 at Independence. That's with 5:38 to go, so Indy on top of Garden down there. But I know you're going to look for that weekend off to get some bumps and bruises taken care of, and for you guys to kind of regroup a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a long football season, and you know, for us, we hope we just reach the halfway point of it, and you know, the bye weeks that are built in, they're needed throughout the course of the year. I mean, this is a physical sport, and our guys are playing extremely hard. You know, it'll be good for us to get some rest and recovery with our bodies and get some focus points on some things just cleaned up as we go. And, you know, we look at it as, hey, we got a 4-game stretch that we really got to finish strong in when we come back from it. So there's a lot of work to get done, and we'll attack it that way as a staff and as a team.
You and I've talked about it before. We started with a non-conference game down at Navarro College down there, got the big win. You kind of go by segments, and you get into the middle of the grind, I'd like to call it, to some extent. You get this break. I think it comes at a really good time, like you just explained, to be able to make that big push toward the end and try to get into the semifinals and the finals of the National Junior College Championship.
Yep, you know, and when that schedule's built, you just kind of work with what you got from a draw standpoint, and we're fortunate there was kind of 3 games in a bye, and then a 4-game finish. And, you know, we're just going to take it one game at a time and see what happens. But hopefully the chips will fall in our favor, and we'll continue to play well and execute.
Last week, after the big win over Butler, your team went over to the whiteboard and wrote 1-0, and that's the focus that they have, one game at a time, and that carries over into this week as well.
It does. I mean, our team really does a good job of minimizing the focus to just each and every football game. And, you know, we use a bye week to, hey, let's find a way to be 1-0 in a bye week. And for us, that just means we got to continue to get better, and there's got to be growth in what we're doing for us to continue to take steps forward.
What's the most satisfying thing about this win today over Dodge City that you can take throughout this part of the season? What's the most satisfying thing?
Well, I think, you know, when you look at it, just, you know, off the top of my head, just, you know, it's 3-3 game at the end of the first quarter, and really not hitting the panic button, you know. And this football team plays extremely hard, and when it's a 3-3 ball game going into the first, you can start, or going into the second, you know, sometimes you can start pointing fingers on, hey, we're not playing as well as we need to be. But each and every time, you know, there's a low, it feels like somebody is stepping up on our team, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams, and springing us forward into big plays, and it carries over. I thought we did a really good job just capturing momentum there in the second quarter, and then we held on to it. And for me, I think that's the biggest thing. Momentum is such a big part of the game, and our guys did a good job of establishing that there in the second, and then held on to it the rest of the way.
Congratulations on a great win again today. It's 46-10 over Dodge City, and we'll talk to you soon. You're going to Dragon Talk with Rob coming up on Monday night. And then you have that week off, basically, and we'll catch you at the Garden City game here, okay?
Sounds good. Appreciate it, guys.
Drew Dallas after a nice win over Dodge City. We'll step aside. Rob and I'll come back and wrap things up on the postgame. Hutchinson wins it by the score, again, of 46-10. Back with more right after this.
Great teams work together to win. That's what the team at Cooper Tire does every day to earn your business. Hi, this is Craig